Are you wondering how you can become a better coach so that you can help more people and make more money? My name is Libby Rothschild, creator of Dietitian Boss. I show dietitians all over the world how to go from zero and create a six-figure virtual business by attracting clients using social media marketing strategies that work. To become a better coach, you have the opportunity to impact more people, make more money, and find a lot of satisfaction in the work that you do. But what I find from a lot of the clients that I work with on a regular basis is that they feel a little bit frustrated and lost with not knowing exactly what to do and how to become a better coach faster. So I'm going to break this down for you with a few quick tips, 7 to be specific. The first tip is get clients. So a lot of you are not prioritizing how to become a better coach the right way. And I'm going to break that down for you. If you don't have clients, that needs to be step one, because you can't become a better anything, better fill in the blank, better coach, if you don't have clients. So the best way for you to learn and apply yourself is to do. Just like in your internship, right? You do your clinical rotations and that helps you become a better clinician, right? And anytime you have to apply yourself and do something is when you learn how to do that skill. So when I work with my clients, I teach them how to become a better coach by actually coaching with clients. Your priority, first and foremost, number one, is getting clients in the door. And the way you do that, well, I'm going to break that down for you, but I want you to get into your brain. Without clients, you cannot become a better coach, no matter how much you do mock scenarios, or you think and dream about it, or you take a continuing education course on how to become a better coach. Without application means nothing. You got to get the clients. So number one, first and foremost, what is your strategy? How are you attracting clients? And what are you doing to really prioritize getting yourself out there and attracting the right type of person so that you have the opportunity and ability to become a better coach? Number two, when you finally do have clients, because that's your priority and you're prioritizing attracting cash paying clients, the next step is to listen to your clients. So the best way for you to improve your coaching skills is to actually hear what they have to say. Maybe your client wants to talk about having a bad day, or maybe they've got kids and something came up with their son and they want to talk about it, and it's in your best interest as a coach and as an empathetic listener, as a dietitian boss, to really listen to what they need and be responsive and respectful for what's going on. As human beings, we oftentimes need a sounding board, and if you can understand that and really allow yourself to be there for your client, it's going to help strengthen the relationship. Listening skills are really important. It's going to help you be a better resource and somebody that they trust. Because when your clients know, like, and trust you on a deeper level, they're more likely to recommend to you. They're more likely to follow the framework that you discussed together. And they're more likely to get more out of the entire experience, which is what you want. Because becoming a better coach means that you have to know how you're applying yourself in the coaching relationship. Third tip is to employ empathy. So this kind of goes hand in hand with listening. When you listen, you allow the client to really talk about what's going on with them and put their needs first. But in addition to listening, the higher skill set with listening is employing empathy and making sure that when somebody is taking the opportunity to share something personal and private with you, that you're actually understanding what they're saying and you're processing that thought and you're giving them space and you're reflecting and understanding what they're going through. For example, you're reiterating what they said just back to you. Like, I understand this is a difficult time. I understand this weekend was difficult. I understand how you feel. And when you validate your client and you listen and let them know that you're empathetic towards their situation, what you're doing is you're opening up a deeper level of a relationship where people can trust you on a deeper level. And that's really going to help strengthen the coaching rapport. Number four, establishing boundaries. And this is one I see so many of you struggle with, especially my more advanced practitioners in my program. For those of you who are seeing clients already, I want to ask you, do you have boundaries on your relationship? Meaning, you have business hours that you've been really clear about, and then are you enforcing those boundaries? So a boundary would be letting people know, I get back to you every 72 business hours, 48 or 72 business hours, and my hours of operation are 9 to 5, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. So when you make this really clear from the get-go, right, you have this in the contract, you let them know when they start with you what your boundaries are, then they're going to respect your boundaries. So you have to set them, and then you got to enforce those boundaries. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to have clients expecting a lot from you because you haven't been clear. So setting expectations is important, but that's not enough. Because after you set expectations, you have to reinforce them. So one of the biggest mistakes I see my advanced practitioners make is they'll set those boundaries, we'll work on it together and have that framed out to standardized service, but then my clients won't follow those boundaries they've set. So you do need to make sure that you are following, you're practicing what you preach. When you lay down a boundary, you have to actually double down on that. And if you don't, if you fail to do that, and you don't set that boundary, and you set it, but you don't follow it, you're setting a bad precedent. And basically what you're telling your client is that they can steamroll you. And when you tell people that they can do what they want with you, you're actually not setting a good coaching relationship. So create those boundaries, enforce those boundaries, and be a role model for your clients so they know what to expect from your service, and you can standardize your service. When you're able to standardize your service, that means that your client knows what to expect from you, you know what to expect from them, and then you have a better opportunity to help more people in a more standardized way. And that's what a business is, right? Because you can't be profitable if you have no boundaries, or if you're not reinforcing those boundaries. The next tip would be work with people that you want to work with. Now, this is one of my favorite tips. You'll hear me talking about this on social media all the time. The way that you work with people you want to work with is when you tighten up your marketing. If your marketing game is not strong, you don't have a marketing game, you don't know what I'm talking about, that means you need to go back to the drawing board. 101. Who's your ideal client? What are their struggles? You have to solve their biggest problems and provide a clear solution. And when you do that for one specific person with one specific problem, you have the outcome, you provide the outcome of the transformation for your client, then you're going to attract that same type of person that you want to work with. You're going to have to do a little bit of that work up front, but it'll pay off, because you're going to create a business that's, centered around the type of person that you want to help. And that's really enjoyable when you can create income and impact on your terms for the type of person that you want to help. And that's a really rewarding, special thing that you can experience as a dietitian boss. And you're not alone. I've worked with thousands of dietitians, and I've had several of them achieve success by designing who they want to work with and achieving that result. And you can do that too. Now, I want to remind you, as you probably know, that if you want to attract that person that you want to work with, you have to be congruent with your marketing message. You have to be consistent, you have to be clear, and you have to make sure that you are creating a message and content that's attracting the right type of person, and you're really clear with solving the biggest problem and providing a clear outcome for that client. When you do that consistently, and I teach you how to do that on social media, you will be attracting cash paying clients, and then coaching becomes easy. Because when you coach the right type of person, the person that you want, the person you've attracted with your clear marketing strategy, then coaching is natural and effortless. You don't even have to think about it, because you show up on a call and you're delivering service in the most seamless way possible, and it's very enjoyable. The sixth tip I have to be a better coach is to inspire change. And this comes with a deeper level of reflecting on your message. One of my biggest role models is Dr. Marion Nestle. She is the creator of Food Politics. I actually became a dietitian because her work inspired me to think critically about food and the food system. And because of that, I really wanted to see, what is she doing and how is she creating impact on a deeper level? And it felt very significant to me, and it piqued my interest in nutritional science, and it made me want to study nutrition and become a dietitian, so I could really understand the deeper level of what's going on with food, the food system, food politics. And what Mary Nestle does is she inspires change on a deeper level and creates significant impact in her body of work. And so as a coach, I want you to think, how are you creating impact, and what is the body of work that you're creating, your legacy, and how are you creating change and inspiring? And when you can think of that and pinpoint it, then you can add that into your messaging, and that's going to help you attract the right type of person and create more meaningful work. The last tip I have for you to be a better coach is consistency. The best way for you to become better, improve your skills, become more empathetic, and improve your listening skills would be to get more clients and get more experience coaching. But you can't get consistent experience coaching clients if you're not marketing and you don't have a process in place to drive traffic so that people are applying to work with you. So you got to first get those clients, but when you do, and you have them consistently, you'll be able to improve your coaching skills, just because of the fact that you're going to be getting so many people who want to work with you once your marketing message is consistent. So I hope that any one of these tips was helpful for you, and I hope that you are encouraged and inspired to improve your coaching game, and know that number one, first and foremost, you got to get clients in the door. I encourage you to apply to work with me in my group program. The link will be listed below. If you are looking to get more clients, become a better coach, create significant impact, and create a six-figure virtual business, then I would be happy to speak with you about the next steps to support you on your journey, just like the thousands of other dietitians around the world who I've supported.